Hi guys, welcome back. We are back into Treasure Hunters All-American Adventure. We're going to start back on chapter 55. I'm so excited. I can't wait. So I'm just going to jump right in. We calmly stepped onto the platform at Union Station. The two goons shoved and tumbled their way out of the quiet car. Miss Johnston and Antoine, the art appraiser, briskly exited the cafe car. Hey guys, I said with a wave and a whistle, we're over here. The two heavies barreled through the crowd of the Amtrak passengers. Take it easy, said Storm. We're not going anywhere. Good for you, Storm, said Mrs. Johnston as she and her art appraiser hurried over to where we were standing. I always said you were the smartest kid of the Kidd family. Well, duh, said Tommy. Everybody says that, even me. Well, hello again, Pamela, said Uncle Richie. She nodded. Poppy. Oh, I suppose I shouldn't call you that anymore. Correct, said Uncle Richie, but we do have a business agreement. Beck, would you kindly hand over the Vermeer we discovered in Philadelphia to Miss Johnston? Sure. Beck unzipped her backpack, pulled out a rolled up tube of canvas. Miss Johnson and her art appraiser, Antoine, both looked in shock. You carried the most valuable missing painting in the world like that? She said. Antoine clutched his chest and hyperventilated. Oh my. Don't worry, said Beck. My backpack is waterproof. Here you go. She tossed the canvas to Miss Johnston. Miss Johnston nearly fainted, but snagged the rolled up tube before it hit the ground. Careful, careful, coached Antoine as Miss Johnston unscrolled the painting. Let me examine it. He put on a pair of glasses with weird magnifying lenses as he bent down to inspect the long missing masterpiece. Sorry, I gotta get situated. Marvelous, he said. Simply marvelous. Look at those masterful brushstrokes. The purity of light and form conveying a timeless sense of dignity. I looked at Beck. That's exactly what she had said when she first saw the painting. Beck just shrugged. I am 100% that this is the missing Vermeer, Antoine announced. Well done, Richie, said Miss Johnston, but since you tried to weasel out of our deal, we're changing the deal. You get 1/3, said the biggest goon. Pam, here, gets 1/2, and we get the other third. Apparently, math and the fractions weren't the guy's top talents. Fine, said Richie. That seems fair. Here's your cut, said Miss Johnston, handing Richie a gym bag. He quickly unzipped it, and I took a peek. The first thing I saw was stuffed with $100 and $1,000 bills. Is that $6,666,666? asked Storm. Yes, said Miss Johnston, handing Storm 2 quarters, a dime, a nickel, and a penny. And here's the missing 66 cents. You really should have rounded up to 67. Miss Johnson smirked. Maybe next time. Come along, gentlemen. We are expected at a certain top secret art museum. Is it hidden in a volcano? I asked. That's where supervillains usually have their lairs. Miss Johnson ignored me and walked away. When she and her cronies were off the platform and in the station, Uncle Richie shook his head. This is bad, he said. How so? Said Tommy. We just got nearly $7 million for a phony painting, which we will, of course, donate to charity, said Uncle Richie. We will? Ill-gotten gains, Bick. Ill-gotten gains. I guess, but Uncle Richie cut me off. What worries me most is how a world-renowned expert such as this Antoine, who appraises art for the enlightened ones, could be so easily fooled by Labrosse's masterful technique. The lady's good, said Beck. I thought the Vermeer was real when I first saw it too. Exactly. Labrosse is a master craftsperson. Many will be fooled by her Bill of Rights forgery, too. So many have already. Well, that's why you young whippersnappers need to dig a little deeper, said an old man in a navy blue windbreaker and a baseball cap. Gus? Said Uncle Richie. That's right, Poppy. How's your gin rummy game? Uncle Richie laughed. Not much better than the last time you beat me, Gus. Allow me to introduce my great nieces and nephews. We've already met, said Gus. We have? Yes, said Storm, because don't forget, she's got a photographic memory. You're Gus, the semi-retired park ranger who yelled at us when we were on the lawn surrounding the Washington Monument. I believe you called us 4 young hooligans. Oh, yeah, sorry about that, but I didn't know who you were. But now, said a young woman who mysteriously appeared on the platform when we weren't looking, now we do. It was Rachel, the park ranger who had given us her business card. Let's stop right there so you can see everybody. Let me see if I can bend that a little bit better. There. The one Tommy kept close to his heart. And now we're at chapter 56. We found a hidden room in the basement of Union Station that only Rachel and Gus knew about. You guys know all sorts of DC secrets, don't you? I said, remembering how Rachel's riddle led us to the miniature Washington Monument in the grass surrounding the real deal. Yes, said Gus, sounding super mysterious. Yes, we do. I heard a high-pitched squeal. Sorry, said Gus, adjusting a small hearing aid in his right ear. Darn new things. Have to keep fiddling with the volume or I get feedback. Can't complain, though. The ear doctor gave it to me for free. Now, where were we? In a secret room hidden deep inside Union Station, said Uncle Richie. Oh, right. I knew that. We also know that you 4 kids have been on quite an adventure since we last met, said Rachel. She slipped a slim tablet computer out of her park ranger russack. She tapped the glass and an animated map filled the illuminated screen. It showed a red dot traveling from Washington to California to Virginia to Boston to Philadelphia and back to Washington. You've been tracking us, said Storm. Sorry, but we had to make certain you were the intrepid treasure hunters that we were seeking. How'd you do that? Well, do you still have that business card I gave you when we first met? Chuh, said Tommy, pulling out the card with an embossed silver eagle on the front. I kept it close to my heart at all times because falling for you was an extremely short trip. Yeah, his eyebrows were wiggling again. That silver eagle is a miniature GPS tracking chip, said Rachel, totally ignoring Tommy's romantic overtures. Just like the one Bob gave us in Boston, said Beck. She turned to the rest of us. That's it, you guys. From now on, we won't accept any more business cards from anybody if they have shiny silver things stamped on them. Deal, said Tommy. You guys don't work for the enlightened ones, do you? I asked. Because they were sort of testing us too. No, we represent another secret society with a longer and more honorable reputation. The Guardians of Liberty. We're like the Knights Templar who guarded the Holy Grail during the Middle Ages, said Rachel. I'm the youngest member. And the prettiest too, said Tommy. Yep, he was still trying. And those eyebrows were wiggling like little caterpillars. For centuries, said Gus, the Guardians of Liberty have protected a secret and extremely secure subterranean chamber filled with our most cherished national treasures, original copies of our founding documents, the Declaration of Independence, the Federalist Papers, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and then a vacuum sealed and protected thick bulletproof plastic against the elements, added Rachel. Our technology was somewhat cruder, of course, since it was designed by Benjamin Franklin. Through the years, we've made many changes to keep our document protection facilities the best in the world. Well, that must be expensive work, said Uncle Richie. It is. But we get by on donations from generous benefactors. Well, here you go, said Tommy, grabbing the duffel bag stuffed with cash. From us to you, it's like $7 million. Rachel smiled. Well, thank you, Tommy. Wait a second, I said. Why do the Guardians of Liberty need us? Rachel looked at Gus. He nodded. They were going to tell us everything we needed to know. And that's where we're stopping for today. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you back later for chapters 57 and 58. Bye-bye.